It starts with a noise, a small creak in the hallway, a shift in the air. My body is on high alert before my mind can even catch up. My breath hitches. My hands clutch the blanket a little tighter. I remind myself, it's just the house settling, just the wind. But my heart doesn't believe me, because my brother is getting out of jail soon. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the shadows shifting with every flicker of the streetlight outside. My husband, Daniel, sleeps beside me, oblivious. The kids are down the hall, safe, for now. But I know better than to believe in safety. Not when someone has promised to kill you, not when that someone is your own flesh and blood. My brother threatened to kill me, my husband, and our children. He had plans, real plans, guns, an axe, supplies. This wasn't some heat-of-the-moment outburst. This was something he had been preparing for. I close my eyes and try to breathe. Tomorrow, we start over. We leave this place, our friends, our home. We move to a new city, change everything. It's the only way. But deep down, I wonder, can you ever really outrun a ghost? 2 months ago, the phone rang late at night. My brother's voice on the other end was calm, too calm. "I'm going to kill you," he said. "You, Daniel, the kids. You'll never see it coming." I froze. My fingers tightened around the phone. My breath caught in my throat. I wanted to believe it was just talk, some sick joke. But I knew better. My brother wasn't like other people. He had always been different, detached. When we were kids, he used to hurt animals. Not in the way a curious child might, but in the way that makes your stomach turn. I should have known then. I should have done something. Instead, I convinced myself that he would grow out of it, that he just needed help. But he didn't grow out of it. He grew worse. When he was 18, he started collecting weapons, a gun here, a hunting knife there. He told me, almost casually, that he was planning something, that one day people would know his name. I told my parents. They shrugged it off. "He's just dramatic," my dad said. "He watches too many movies," my mom added. I wanted to believe them, and then years later, he made that call. That night I called the police. I told them everything. The threats, the past, the weapons. They took it seriously. For once, someone actually listened. He was arrested. The prosecutor pushed for the highest sentence possible. But the system is flawed. He got 1 year. 1 single year. And now that year is almost up. "Do we really have to go?" Daniel asks for the 100th time, standing in the middle of our half-packed living room. "Yes," I say, shoving another pile of clothes into a box. "This is insane," he mutters. "We could fight this. We could—" I slam the box shut. "Fight what, Daniel? A man who has nothing left to lose? A man who has made it clear he won't stop until we're dead?" He looks at me, frustrated. "I just don't think running is the answer." I shake my head. "I don't care what you think anymore. I'm doing what I have to do to keep our kids safe." He exhales sharply, but doesn't argue. This is what our marriage has become. One long, drawn-out battle. I had married Daniel knowing he wasn't the most emotionally expressive person. He was logical, structured, rigid in his ways. But I had believed we shared the same values, that we would always be on the same team. But ever since we had kids, he had become distant, angry. The man who once made me feel special now made me feel like an obligation. He wanted control. He wanted things his way. And right now, he wanted to stay. I couldn't. I wouldn't. The next morning, we load up the car. The kids are excited, thinking it's some grand adventure. They don't understand why we're leaving behind everything. We know. I don't have the heart to tell them. As we pull onto the highway, I feel something lift off my chest. It's not relief, not yet, but it's the first step. I fly back alone. My brother has chosen a jury trial. My parents begged me not to testify. They told me I was ruining his life. that I was overreacting. But I know the truth. When I walk into the courtroom, my brother is already there. His eyes lock onto mine, cold and unreadable. My mother sits beside him, her hands clasped together, her face twisted with pain. Not for me, not for the children he threatened to kill. For him. I take the stand. My voice shakes, but I don't waver. I tell them what he said, what he's done, what he's capable of. He watches me the whole time, expressionless. When I finish, the room is silent. And then, the verdict comes. Guilty. I exhale, but it doesn't feel like victory. Just an ending. The judge extends the protective order for 4 years. My brother will be released in 2 weeks, but he will be under probation, therapy, a GPS tracker. It's not enough, but it's something. I fly home back to my husband, my kids. I step off the plane and breathe in the air of my new home. I should feel safe. I should feel free, but I don't. Because fear isn't something you can pack away in a moving box. It doesn't disappear just because you change your address. It lingers. It follows. It whispers in the back of your mind, reminding you that one day the locks on the doors might not be enough. That one day the past might come knocking, and when it does, I'll be ready. I have to be. For my children. For myself. For the future I refuse to let him take from me. I don't know what happens from here. I don't know if my family will ever forgive me, or if I even want them to. I don't know if my marriage will survive this, or if we've already been broken beyond repair, but I do know this. I did the right thing. And for the first time in a long time, that has to be enough. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.